Good evening and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Chase Goff, and today we have a special guest. Austin Winkler, also known as Vincent Gray in the music industry, is an up-and-coming musical artist and podcaster. Austin is releasing his debut album next month, and he has a brand new podcast that you can listen to on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now. How's it going?
Good.
So I understand that you recently started a podcast/radio show with one of your friends. Can you briefly introduce that and tell me what it's about?
Yeah, so I had started a podcast. Well, it first started off as a radio show on campus, and then we kind of realized that since it's like a specific radio show in York, Pennsylvania, there's probably not going to be a lot of viewers. So we had decided to do the podcast so we can kind of like expand the audience that we're trying to hit. It's basically just a podcast where me and my friend just kind of mess around and talk about anything that involves like video games, music, and just pop culture and entertainment in general.
And how did you guys come up with the idea to start this show and for the subject to come about?
It's really just like more so I came up with the idea and I just asked him if he could be on the show. And then I don't know, I like me and him have been close friends since I started college. So I just wanted to keep him on as co-host. And then if there is something he doesn't understand to my degree, because I'm a lot more into video games and music than he is, then we just kind of have a discussion about it and we kind of help each other out, like learning what the topic will be.
And you also have an album coming out. Can you talk a little bit about that and what that project's going to look like for you?
Yeah, so the album is going to be called The Gray Area, and I guess it's been like a 2-year project in the making, and it's me working together with one of my other friends on campus who's a rapper. And I'm probably going to start promoting for that about next week with dropping the album cover. It's basically just kind of being in between things and not really knowing where you stand with a girl. So, yeah.
How did you come up with the idea for the album to be about that?
So he had made like the songs, and then I had kind of, based on the songs themes and what it seemed like the songs were kind of expressing, that I felt like we should name it that, especially because he's done a few albums. This would be my debut album, and since my stage name is Vincent Gray, we felt like the gray area made sense both thematically and as like logistically for like what my name is.
And when can we expect that to come out?
Right now, we're trying to shoot for May 16th, but there's nothing set in stone exactly for that. But May 16th is what we really want to start pushing. And since we're finally starting to promo it next week, that's probably going to be more likely a set in stone date.
Well, it's awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
Thank
you for talking to me.
No problem.
Well, that's all for the show today. Remember to check out the podcast, The B-Listers, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts today. And look out for his debut album coming May 16th. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Coming to you here from my bedroom in the surprisingly sunny East Lansing, I'm Chase Goff.